Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. Today we're here with the final of the regular games for Shadow's Spring YouTuber Tournament. After this we're going to be moving to the playoffs, and so this time I've got myself taking Chaos against Loremaster of Sotek's Vampire Counts. So let's get to the army compositions. As you saw in the intro, we've got Archaon the Everchosen as the Lord choice here, Lord of the End Times and all that jazz. It's actually pretty decent nowadays. He's got the Crown of Domination for that area of effect immunity to psychology, which is going to be very important against the terror routing of the vampires. We've also got Cascading Fire Cloak, Flaming Sword of Ruin, of course, for the magic and fire damage, and Burning Head. Foe Seeker and Stand or Die to round things out. We've also got an Exalted Hero to be his bodyguard here. This guy's got the Mark of Khorne, as well as the Hellfire Sword to give him fire damage when that's active. Synergizes very nicely with the Kindle Flame from Archaon, so I definitely like that synergy. We've got one Hell Cannon, one unit of Chaos Spawn, just as kind of a fun pick. These guys are unbreakable, so they're not going to be susceptible to leadership shenanigans from the vampires. We've got a few Chaos Warriors with halberds, 3 of them, 2 Chaos Marauders, and a single Dragon Ogre Shaggoth here. The massive anti-large armor-piercing monster. Going to be very good against high-value units for the vampires. We've also got one unit of Marauders with throwing axes here for some range support, and that's pretty much it. For the Vampire Counts here, we've got the dreaded hero of the people, the one, the only, Helmengorst himself, atop his brother's Gorst cart here. You can see his Haggard brothers pulling him along, and he does indeed have some abilities here. So the thing about Gorst is he's kind of like a Mortis Engine and a Corpse Cart in one. He has this Reliquary Corruption, which is the same area of effect drain that the Mortis Engine carries. It is exactly the same effect, meaning that if you take both Gorst and a Mortis Engine, it does not stack. He also has the Corpse Cart effects as well, being that he's riding a Corpse Cart, so, you know, Vigor Mortis, as well as the Unholy Lodestone to give some more regeneration. He's also got the Libra Noctis for some additional power reserve, Magical Animus for leadership support, and then for spells, we've got Awaken from the Grave, which is a unique spell for Gorst. Summons a Graveguard, or if you overcast it, you can actually summon a White King, which is potentially a lot of fun. We've also got Wind of Death, Dance Macabre, and Invocation of Nehek. So we've also got a Necromancer here for the standard zombie summons and additional invocation. He's also carrying the Forbidden Rod to get some additional Winds of Magic. We've got a Vargolf here, a couple of Graveguard, one of them with great weapons, one of them sword and board. We've got 3 Crypt Ghouls, a couple of zombies, some Vargeis up in the air here. We've also got 2 units of Black Knights, one with lances, one without. And we've got 1 unit of Cairn Wraiths here for some nice cheap terror and armor piercing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and kick the battle into full gear. We'll watch as things unfold. So right off the bat, we're going to be doing some skirmishing, trying to poke away at the Gorstmaster. Of course, he does have the regeneration effects, but we're going to try and get him to his healing cap as quickly as possible. There's really not too much high-value infantry here to shoot out with the Hell Cannon, although I believe the Hell Cannon does indeed do magic damage. So shooting at these Cairn Wraiths would actually probably be the best target at the moment. But you can see the Vargeist are coming down, trying to get on top of my Marauders here, but we are going to be pulling away. These guys are pulling out their little axes and chucking them back, sticking them right in those Vargeist faces. And yeah, we're going to try and pull those Vargeist over towards the Shaggoth here, obviously. Loremaster Sotek is going to pull away there, but you can see these Black Knights going to be collapsing here, but we're immediately going to bring up these Chosen. Or sorry, not Chosen, they're just Chaos Warriors with halberds, but still, they'll be able to get the work done here with their anti-large armor piercing. You can see already some of the models for the Black Knights getting dragged down, even though they were in contact for such a short amount of time. We did change the targeting of the Hell Cannon right on top of those Cairn Wraiths, and 1 hit just about took out half the unit there. So very good stuff for me. I'm also going to be dropping this Flaming Sword of Ruin in this pocket to give these guys all magic damage, and again, just watch through these Cairn Wraiths get cut through. The Flaming Sword of Ruin obviously is going to make a huge difference here and completely negate the physical resistance of those Cairn Wraiths. Looks like Loremaster Sotek trying to pull them back, hits them with an Invocation of Nehek to try and keep them alive. Very well played there. We were able to intercept the Sword and Board Black Knights with Archaon and the Exalted Hero here, so they're going to be routed off. Vargeist did try and come down and get on top of the Hell Cannon here, but we're actually using the Chaos Spawn to help fend them off. going to be an interesting battle. Both of these units have high weapon strength. They're monstrous units, good against low armor, so they're kind of decent counters to each other. We are at least going to hold off, the Hell Cannon crew and be able to keep them online. Burning Head going down on the front line there. You can see just about finished off those cannon race. Did a ton of damage to the ghouls and zombies as well. And here comes Loremaster's own wind spell right down the line here. We're going to try and pull back, but the Wind of Death goes down and gets a ton of kills here. Just flattens a bunch of my units. But at the end of the day, that mostly was the Chaos Marauders. It did do a lot of damage to those halberds as well, but thankfully I didn't have any chosen or anything super high value there. You can see we're going to be dropping another Flaming Sword of Ruin here. This is mostly to buff up the Shaggoth, since this Vargulf is weak to fire damage, of course. When we give the Shaggoth the fire damage, he's going to be much better in that particular engagement. Now that we've collapsed the side pocket there, Archaon's going to come down, and Archaon himself just innately does magic damage, so he'll be able to put down these cannon rates no problem. We've also got the Hell Cannon firing in here, so we'll grab some cinematic action. It has very, very cool looking. Archaon's going to vanquish some of these foul ghosts here, so very fun stuff. You can see the Loremaster is still alive. I honestly haven't been targeting him down as a priority like I should. Honestly, Gorst is super flimsy, and you can goon him out super easy because he's so slow. But yeah, we're mostly just trying to finish off the Cairn race. They very rapidly got to their healing cap. They were able to get a little bit of a terror route going there. You can see the front line for me actually has crumbled quite a bit. A lot of those, the halberds just being drained away over time by the Loremaster. And Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, though, is still completely healthy, and because different units are starting to crumble en route, and my leadership pocket's still perfectly healthy, the balance power is starting to shift in my favor. We're going to grab Archaon and and his buddy here. We're going to go after this Vargulf in the back line, using that Cascading Fire Cloak to, proc all the things. We also got the Kindle Flame as well from that. And yeah, I believe the Exalted Hero did pop his Hellfire Sword, so he's got the fire damage while that Kindle Flame is up. If we go ahead and take a look here, 47% weakness to fire on this Vargulf, and yeah, we're immediately going to be refreshing that now with another spell. Looks like we're doing a Flaming Sword of Ruin in this front line here, as the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth goes to hunt down the Loremaster here. The Loremaster, of course, does have regeneration, the standard regeneration trait, so he will be weak to fire damage. And yeah, you can see Archaon and his buddy here easily dispatching the Vargulf. I mean, they're going to be more than a match for it. He did manage to blow up the Hell Cannon itself, which is pretty impressive. But at the end of the day, he's not going to be able to stand up to this Exalted Hero and Archaon himself. Meanwhile, in the front line, you can see Gorst is still fighting. A lot of the units around him are still holding up, but it's not going to be too much longer for them. Things are starting to crumble and disintegrate at this point. Leadership's looking very, very shaky, so 1 or 2 hits from this Shaggoth should finish things off here. And that's going to be GG, victory for the Forces of Chaos there. And with that win, I do indeed advance onto the playoffs. So I'll be bringing you guys some playoff games from the tournament. Let's go ahead and take a look at the army breakdown. So in terms of my units here, 110 kills on Archaon himself. He's got a ton of work done with those burning heads and also with his melee stats as well. 67 on the Chaos Spawn. I was pretty impressed with these guys. They had some nice squishy targets like these Crypt Ghouls to go after. They also did a lot of damage to the Vargeist as well, and honestly, you know, they might not be a meta pick, but I definitely like the pick in this particular matchup. 81 kills and quite a bit of XP chevronage going on for the Shaggoth. Not surprisingly, taking out the Loremaster and quite a few other units. Overall, just kind of monster mashing the front line. Halberds didn't do a whole lot, but really Archaon, his buddy, the Chaos Spawn, and the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth doing most of the work there. For Loremaster of Sotek, interesting build, you know, kind of more of a fun build. Helmengorst is never going to be competitive just because he's so painfully slow on his corpse cart. I honestly wouldn't mind if they made corpse carts about as fast as skeletons, just because they're pretty worthless otherwise. I mean, regular corpse carts are cheap enough that they can pay for themselves, but Helmengorst, if you put him up on the cart, is slow, he's a big target, he's expensive, and he's your lord, so if you lose him, you're going to have serious leadership issues. So overall, I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, obviously, he's a bit of a meme at this point, but yeah, fun build from Loremaster of Sotek, kind of trying out some different things. Hope you all enjoyed watching that battle as much as I enjoyed playing it. If you do like this kind of content, feel free to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. got some good stuff coming down the line here. I'm going to actually be making an announcement video soon, probably within the next day or so. I've had some really cool opportunities come up, and we're going to be doing some different things, and I also want to get your guys' feedback on a couple things as well. So stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time.